I'm gonna read from something I saved in my drafts in my Gmail. It's from an article about relationships and stuff, and it talks about love. And I'm actually in pharmacy school, and so I spend a lot of time reading about drugs and chemicals and how they target specific receptors to cause certain chemical firings and neurotransmitter release that leads to effects in the body, but also how we feel mentally and stuff like that. And so this kind of draws on it. I think it's kind of poignant for me in my life. So I just wanted to read from it. Your bloodstream is filling with norepinephrine, activating your fight or flight system. Your heart beats faster, your pupils dilate, and your body releases glucose for additional energy. Not because you're in danger, but because your body is telling you something important is happening. To help you focus, norepinephrine creates a sort of tunnel vision, blocking out surrounding distractions, possibly even warping your sense of time and enhancing your memory. This might explain why people never forget their first kiss. The idea of so much of our attraction being influenced by chemicals and evolutionary biology may seem cold and scientific rather than romantic. But the next time you see someone you like, try to appreciate how your entire body is playing matchmaker to decide if that beautiful stranger is right for you. Um, yeah, and I kind of, so I don't believe in love at all. I do believe in science a lot, and even even that reading, right? Even if love is just how we process neurotransmitters, um, I don't see how that kind of defeats any argument that people have made for love in all of human history, whether it's art, music, poems, or even choosing to have children or staying together with someone because of things in the past. I think nowadays people are so eager to have proof and evidence of the most random things when really it's you know, maybe love is just that. It's like a thing you do that doesn't make sense, and that's why people say love is crazy and all that stuff. They ascribe all these things to it, but meanwhile it's just it's just like a reason to do something that shouldn't really be done. And I think that's more real than most things now, because everything I feel is kind of data mined. What emotions you're gonna have to what's deemed successful, what's marketable, what's popular, and you know, even nowadays I feel like love isn't even real because we found ways to co-opt it and make it into brands and turn it into data points or how certain things are supposed to make you feel. But I feel like there's not even like 100 ways to be in love, but an infinite amount of ways that we don't really think about. And so it's really sad that people kind of think that there's one way to be in love. People think there's one way to be happy or one way to have any emotion. And it's not even that there's like 100 ways or a million ways. There's an infinite amount of ways. It's really just up to you to just kind of live it. I think it's crazy that so many people are so, they want to know the standards. It's like you can Google every emotion you have instead of just like dealing with something that might not be the norm. You would Google like, is it still love if this, or is it still love if I feel this way? And it's like it doesn't really matter. Nothing really matters, and you can't really have an answer for anything either or everything. And that's why I like science, because science is never saying never saying that this is the truth or this isn't. It's like this is something we've conducted the scientific method on, and this is what we concluded from this. And each kind of scientific hypothesis is never really saying like one thing or another. It's actually just like this is everything we did. If you really look at it. Same thing with statistics when people say like, oh, numbers lie. It's like no, they don't. You just have to read the read everything up to where you got that number, and then it doesn't lie. I think that's kind of how feelings and emotions and even love works. It's like, you don't have love or you don't end up in love or you don't, love someone. It's just everything that happens to you and everything that you feel up until a certain point is what you are. And that's the thing that it is. So